I'm an anxious person, socially and otherwise. So naturally, the idea of leaving my home, of traveling anywhere really stresses me out. I don't really like going outside. Outside, in my opinion, is where everything goes wrong. But this year, I've had the chance to travel quite a bit. And at first, I didn't notice anything about how my thoughts on being away from home, on seeing new places and meeting new people started to change. Now it's very clear to me that leaving my safe space definitely makes me a better person. I'll elaborate. But first, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Michie. And if you're not, hi friend! Look, it's another travel vlog. I'm going to Samfya with my mom, which if you don't know is located in Luapula province in Zambia. It's also the location of the infamous Lake Bangweulu. And I'm really excited to see it. And I'm also excited to bring you along with me. As I was saying, in my home, I am exposed to the same people who think and act very similar to the way I think. We share values, we share hobbies. I have 3 sisters, so we even share clothes. As far as echo chambers go, your family might be the best one. But when I actively participate in socializing with the outside world, with people in other provinces, with people in other cities, I realize that people live such different lives from mine. They have different backgrounds, different values, even different languages. There's so much more to the human experience than what I have learned from my family's dinner table. Zambia is a small country, but at the same time, Zambia is really big. Sometimes I think I forget that there's so much more to it than Lusaka. Places where the pace of life is just different and things don't run the same way as they do where I'm from, but they still work. Many hours later, we finally arrived in Samfya. Honestly, I wasn't as tired as I expected to be after 10 hours of traveling, so we put our bags down and immediately went to go and see the beach.
I don't even see anything. Like, it doesn't show that it's a picture of a lake, does it?
It looks like it's a picture of the sky. You can't really tell where the sky starts and where it ends. There's something about nature that convinces you that life is profound. That's probably why I did so much reflecting and thinking over the next few days. I'm not even going to wear foundation because it is actually hot. It's hot out there, and I'm not going to punish myself by wearing concealer and foundation. I'm just going to... I really like being on holiday, especially in another place entirely. Like right now I'm not in Lusaka, which is where I live. I just appreciate that no one here knows me, so I could literally go out there in 3 different outfits today, and they'll just have to consider that maybe that's how she is. I love that. After doing my makeup, I decided to go and eat some breakfast, but I guess it was still very early because I was the only person seated there. I don't mind exactly. It gave me lots of quiet time. And after breakfast, I decided to go and sit at the beach, which is where I did a lot of thinking about learning to take things slow, learning to understand what exactly I'm trying to achieve, and trying my best not to rush that. When this year started, if I had to choose between reading in my room and driving 10 hours to see a lake, I would probably have chosen to stay in my room. I would have convinced myself, I need to be productive, I need to do A, B, C, or D. I didn't have this problem as a child, but over the years, I learned how to be anxious and afraid. I learned how to mistrust people, how to build walls around myself. I didn't feel like I was allowed to be exactly who I was in the world. If you haven't ever read Honey and Spice, it's kind of cute actually. I really hate that I like romance. I think I've mentioned this before, but it is one of my favorite genres just because it's so easy to read. And the main character in the book, her name is Kiki. She's going to fall in love this one. I can just tell. I can see it coming. It's kind of upsetting because I don't know if I exactly like a happy ending. I recently read Normal People by Sally Rooney, and I really like how open-ended it is. And I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it for you. I think I'm going to let you know that there are spoilers. But yeah, at the end of Normal People, we don't know if they do end up together because, you know, they're just normal people, like no one knows. But the way this book is going, I know there's probably going to be drama around here in the book, and then by the end they're going to be an it couple or something. But it's giving me all the cute feelings, so I don't actually mind. It's making me blush. Love it. I can accept that I had very good reasons for becoming as anxious as I did. Life was difficult and certain fears became habits. There was a lot for me to unlearn. A fun part of growing up, am I right? Now that I can see what's possible, that I don't have to remain fearful, that the world isn't going to eat me whole, that it has room for me and I'm allowed to show up as I am. There's so much more that I want to see, and it's exciting. It's becoming easier to quiet the voice in my head that says no to everything all the time. These days, I even experience excitement for new places and people, almost before I experience apprehension. And that might sound like a small step to you, but to me, that's massive. I didn't plan for any of these epiphanies, and I didn't mean to make this trip more than it was. I guess these were just things that I needed to understand. Yes, rest if you need to. Lord knows I needed to take a break. But eventually you have to get up, and you shouldn't have to travel hundreds of kilometers like me to get this. Sure, my home is a very nice place. Most comfort zones are. Here I can bake and sit in the sun and feed chickens and watch movies all day. But the world is really nice too, and it is safe to go and check things out if that's what you want to do. Not just when it comes to traveling, but also when it comes to ideas, when it comes to plans, and when it comes to people. You can leave home or whatever your base is and return safely.